All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, good morning, beautiful people. How you guys doing? Happy Thursday. Adam, good morning. James, good morning. Jims, how are you? Khaled, good morning. Good to see you, buddy. Pat, good morning. Steven, good morning. We have about 4 minutes left, uh, or till we start getting the cash market open. We're getting a push into Harmony Zone number one right now. Overnight, the market literally all it did is just cover the distance between that 50, about 100 point distance, and we're trading within that box right now. All right, guys. We got. I'm answering some emails here. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, Adam. It's they only allow you 20. Well, I checked with them. They say if you go over 20, it's forfeited. So make sure you just pass 20. You could leave the rest on the side just in case some of them don't go, and then you could use them. All right, guys, we're about 1 minute from the cash market open. As far as news, we have really not much left for the day. As far as news, we had unemployment claims early on today. Let's take a quick look at the market. You have the 200 Intirinco negative while the 100 is positive. So this is basically a mixed market right now. The market came and reacted to the first touch of the harmony trading zone, and now you're getting a push into that zone. In order for us to go short, we need to see price action get below 877. In order for us to start even contemplating longs, you need to start breaking anything above harmony zone number 2, which is 28 by 38. When we're looking at NQES, we're at a critical level right now. If we break anything above 42.97.75, that will set us up for a captain setup long, and that will push the price higher and shift the cloud. Something similar to this type of behavior right here that I highlighted. So that is going to be a critical level. If we fail that behavior early on to this morning and start trading anything under 42.84 and a half, then that's going to have a major impact on both ES and NQ, and a push toward 42.72.75 is going to start happening. All right. So what's the plan this morning? The plan is give the market 15-20 minutes or so, and see what they shape up, how they shape up, and start going from there. Remember, today is the last day for Apex 90%. So make sure you grab. That's the code right there. All right, so we're gonna keep hitting harmony zone number 1 and struggling right here. Market is struggling. Alexa off. Yeah, thank you, Adam. Appreciate your support, buddy. So okay, so let's just do a quick recap of yesterday too, because I ended up putting on one more trade um, toward the end of the day. So let's bring it back in here if I can find it. Yep, I got in long here and sold here on 3 contracts. So that's the last trade of the day that I did. And we ended up the day is 642. All right, so you guys are caught up, and let's focus on today. Captain setup short. Putting a captain setup short at the top end of this zone right here. in and around Globox. We're smack into the middle of the range. I mean, this is just literally sideways consolidation around the range, but we're seeing uh, this type of distribution up at this zone. I mean, they're putting one candle reversal, then a captain setup. So if this holds, then we're gonna start flushing, and we start breaking anything above 21, which we just did. That puts us in a pause. We definitely want to spend some time and learn the price action this morning before we jump in on anything. That'd be interesting if they put on a captain setup right here. I mean, I'd give it a shot. Yeah, I know they didn't even bother. That's, let me make sure that I have the right account going up here. Okay. All right. So that whole zone right here, I want to do my best to avoid trading it. Let them either break above harmony zone number 2 or break under that 90 and start giving us a bit more stable price action. Trying to figure out this market right here is almost like they're fighting in a phone booth, just back and forth, not going anywhere. Uh, I'd rather go along with what the 200 NT Rinko is telling me, which is more inclined towards short than long. But we need a lot more information from this market before we kind of participate. Switch trade right here. That's a good one. Such a tempting short for me here, but I'm gonna leave it alone. I mean, the stop of it will be 908, and they're gonna most likely flush it toward the 90. But it just, you know, I just finished talking about not trading this area, even though they put on that switch trade right here, which was really a nice looking one. Yeah, look at that. But that's what I want to see, though, right? I want to see that type of behavior where the market is actually making an assumption and it's just working. They're putting on a signal and it's working. That's what I want to see. See, the shorts are coming through here. Okay, so we're gonna start looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity against harmony zone number 1, and we're looking for the target of 853. See that switch trade into a trigger trade short. Both of them kind of came in. one after the other. Okay, so what we're seeing here also on ES. Let's talk about ES for a second here, because let me pull up the chart for you guys to see. You got an ES and they put on a captain setup, and now they're digging into harmony zone number 1 and 2. Well, actually not 2 yet, but they're getting there. I mean, that's just not really very strong behavior. We're expecting something like this here that happened on October the 1st, where they at least start running up, or September 28th. I mean, they could be just retesting to run back up. So we're gonna have to watch ES very closely, because they're sellers in that instrument. I mean, when looking at the 6NT Rinko, they put a captain set up long, retested, ran up, and then folded under that whole structure. That's a breaking of this bullish structure and retesting of harmonies number 1 and 2. That's weakness. A way that's moving, that's weakness. So we're getting weakness. Come on, baby. Yeah, they're moving. They're moving, guys. They're moving. Who's this? Who just came in? Steven, Safe, good morning. James, good morning. Brad, good morning. Who just walked in? James? Who just came in? Okay. Hey, Gregory. All right. So look what happened here, and we've experienced this before, where the market comes into the bottom end of the harmony zone, or excuse me, the Globex zone, and bounce right back up. And when they do that, you just have to be very careful of being short. You really need the market to close the 853, okay? Because they're known to kind of fade that type of behavior all the way back up. So just be careful here. Don't overcommit to any short on a continuation basis. We literally need the 853 to break before we start thinking in those terms. This is an area where they can trap and trick people into thinking the market is going down, and they just rally it all the way back up. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not going to work. It just, this is a pattern that we've seen before, and I need, especially this early in the day. So let them break 853. We have channel number 1 established. All right, that's good. That's good. They're gonna break it. Okay, now we can play the game. See what they want to do here. I may want to take it a little bit deeper. So I'll put it here at 83 and a quarter. And we'll see if we can get an entry. And if I don't get an entry, I have another spot where I could play. I'm gonna, if I get a 1 candle reversal, I'll take one. I'll take one here, and I'll take a scalp if I can get one. Don't do that. Here we go. Took one off. And I took the second off for a small slight profit. It's pausing here, so I want to be a little bit careful. I mean, it still may work. Here we go. Well, that's fine. Let them produce. I'm gonna keep my other contract up here. This is a good spot for a flush, actually. Here you go. So you're getting 56. They gave us 10 points, and they may even give us even more. Just make sure you take your profits along the way here. Target number 3 in this rotation is 848 and a half, and it's coming up. So let me see here. 75, yeah, 85. Okay. Nice. Shit. So that was a railroad continuation trade with an entry. I took it on the pause, considering we're still within that first half an hour of the day. You know, typically you see a little bit better momentum, but I took a small profit, and the market really reacted well toward that level. Now let's see if we can flush further here. I have my order for a retest of Harmony Zone number 1. We got very close here within 5 points, so I may need to even push my order a little bit further. We'll see if this is going to be a viable zone. I needed this behavior right here to get up to that 78, but I'll give it one more shot if it runs up to that level. 820. Khalid, okay, so you're asking me if it's gonna go down to 820. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Good job, Ace. Good job. $828. 828 is the next target, and then we start looking for the target after that. And if we hit 828, then the next target is going to be around the 800. 803 is the next target in this rotation. Harmony zone number one shifted, and I'm realigning my orders here. So when did we recognize that the market is, it's more inclined toward the shorts than the long? Right here. I mean, that's when we said, man, if it wasn't in the middle of the range the way it was, I would have been all over that trade. But you got that one then into a trigger trade, and the market just kept improving. And the 200 and the 100 got in sync at 879. And then we took this trade into a rotation lower, and now you're getting momentum into the next target of 803. Looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity in this market. We have an order pending at 853 for retesting of Harmony zone number one. Let's talk about ES here for a little bit. ES, that is a significant event. If we break, which we look like we were about to, 42.79, this is going to lend itself to a breakdown of that whole consolidation structure, and that will pick up momentum on the short side in ES, and that will lend itself to an attempt at 42.61, and rallies are shortable in that environment. But we have to close 42.79. We cannot get that close to it and not close under it. It's important. Let's take a look at the 6 NT Rinko here. Yeah, so we're in the channel. We broke the Harmony zone number 1 and 2, and we're looking for that target down here. Okay. We have a pending order. So we're in the middle of the range here on the 200 NT Rinko, but I'm going to take a shot at this order if it actually executes me. Yeah, I didn't want to see that. See that? See how close we got? That kind of nullifies this idea right here, so I have to go a little bit further out. I mean, I can try to scalp it here, So how many, we have, whatchamacallit, we have channel number 1 and 2 actually around these prices, and they're reacting to target number 3. So I needed this run up to really reach the 52.5. 63.73. All right. Let's keep looking. The target remains the same at 803. And we're looking for rallies to short into this market in anticipation of that target that we're talking about. If we start breaking anything above 70, 75, then we know that the market is taking a pause, but that's not what the market is doing right now. So I'm going to actually lower the number of contracts that I'm going to play around with here. Just keep it at 1. The premium behavior is for them to run up to this level and execute you there. So if that happened, I would have taken 3 contracts. The fact that we came within 5 points of it and reversed exhaust some of the sellers. So I need to reduce my size and give it a little bit, you know, higher price for that execution. Because a reversal here will run up into the middle to the top end of harmony zone number 1. So you got a 2 resistance level to any price action, plus you got these targets working here. So we're getting another railroad short right here, and that's not a bad spot for an entry actually. Yeah, I didn't like that. Okay, so they're gonna, if they flip it, they're gonna run this thing up a little bit. That's good. Let's see that run up. Let's see how long. If they flip at 32.75, meaning this candle closes there, I'm gonna get in. Short. That's my order right here. I will have a stop at the high of that candle, and I will look for a run up. And if they don't close it and run it up, then I have the other order up here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the way it's supposed to work. Come on. That's the way it's supposed to work, baby. That's the way it's supposed to work. $803. 803 is the target. NQ. Yes, it's 803, buddy. And after 803, you're going to be looking at hold on one second. Let me do the math in my head. $78. The math is 78. After that, I like that trade. Adam, I know you're in some of this stuff. And 803 hit, and 78 is the next target. Here you go. See, I could do the math in my head. All right, well, they're not giving me that other trade, but they're giving me this. So I'll move on and move on to this target. And this, I need to actually get more contracts off of it. What is that? Is that money made, Khaled? Oh, evals? You made that much money on the evals? Okay, good job, bud. Keep it up. Keep it up. What's working for you? Beside the Harmony trading system, right? Well, I'll tell you when they are done, Khaled. They are done when you start breaking above 45, 55. That will be the pause, but we haven't even tested any of this stuff yet. We're just going through rotations where the market just flushes and rotate back into another flush. So I'm gonna have to continue to think in terms of shorts till that behavior reverse itself. And right now, that's not what's going on. And the next target is coming up at 778. Here we go. Coming in. And target is hit. And Harmony Zone number 1 and 2 shifted. I'm moving my order to 802. And the next target is 753. 753 is the next target. Where we at right now is a spot where they typically will come in and try to fade. But we're going to have to see. I have an order up here. Hey, did you catch some, Adam? Si, senor. Wow. Congratulations. Great. Get that money. It's not even half an hour into this market, but you know they're just moving. What are you gonna do? You're gonna keep playing that game. All right, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hit that like button. I appreciate you guys spending your day with us, and hopefully this commentary is helping you make better trading decisions. Okay. So I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at ES, and ES is about to put a captain setup switch trade if it breaks anything above 77 and a quarter. So they just did that, and that's going to lend itself to a back and fill type of behavior that's going to push the price a little bit higher. So I want to see. Just going to keep it at one contract right now, right here. What the fuck is going on here? Here we go. We're getting that behavior. Let's see how far they go. So that's what I was looking at with ES, and that's what I was saying. Hey, listen, we may be getting a little bit of a run. This captain setup switch trade right at the bottom end of that move is a bit of a stability price action, and they're just pushing. Right. I mean, they're putting a captain setup short right here. I'm still gonna keep my order where it's at. I mean, I may look for a scalping opportunity here in a second, but Okay. Yeah, they're gonna start stabilizing stuff around here. You start breaking anything above 85, we're gonna start getting a little bit of a push upward toward harmony zone number 1. So on ES, that was the captain set up switch trade, came in, retested it, and that's the catalyst why we're seeing NQ push up a little bit. 5, yeah, 5. There we go. Yeah, 97. Yeah, if they flip this candle right here, I have to move my order. Damn it. Yeah, that kind of kills that one. $8.13. We'll give it a shot right there. So what are we looking for when it comes to the shorts? What are we looking for the market to do in order for me to go short in this market? Right now they shifted the cloud positive. So what's going to happen is we're going to get a rotation back upward in this market, and we'll be testing harmony zone number 1 and harmony zone number 2. Hopefully not harmony zone number 2, but we're going to be testing this area right here. If that area tests well, then you're going to get a rotation lower back toward the target of 753. If we start trading between 20 to 30, then that really kind of puts a pause on the idea of going short. Then we need more information out of this market. Okay, so that's if the market start trading anything above 35, then that's going to set the stage for a reversal in price action toward 853. I was hoping that we can run up to this level here and get tested, but the market is going to do what the market is going to do. And here comes some selling pressure. And if they keep taking out stops and running back up, they're making higher lows. And right now we are establishing channel number 1 and 2 in this rotation. and this is channel number 2 of that rotation. Okay, so that means that there's a good chance that we will hit target number 1. Gary, good morning. All right, so now we have a trend line to look at. Here we go. You start breaking above that trend line and retest here, then we're going to start hitting harmony zone number 1. I have my order where it's at. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see how well they play this game. I'm still looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity. The market is not done till at least we start trading within the neutral zone, and we're not there yet. The impulse of a lot of traders in this area is to start going long. And I mean, I understand why, but you're better off getting a reversal in the market to 52, then look for pullback as a buying opportunity, then trying to bottom fish in an environment that is decisively short. So just be conscious of that. I'm going to take a step back. Just going to get some water. I'll be back. Ah, you bastard. Look at that. They got close. That was it right there. I got to cancel that order now. Ah. That was the money right there. So I guess I pushed it a little bit further than I needed to, but all right. So that's the test. And now Harmony Zone number one, you got what you got is the 200 and the 100 are out of sync. So now you're getting a pocket of buying interest. We broke this trend line. Now we have another one that we're looking at right here, meaning you start breaking here and retest, then the market will start stair stepping upward into this neutral zone. So we're getting, price stability here, a little bit of house cleaning. The market is just going into some of these levels, and like look what they did here in this rotation. Like literally faded everybody, took out all the stops right under that low, and just boom, ran it up. But they didn't understand this part, that this part is going to be a resistance to that upward movement. So all these people that got rolled over being short, and just they did not see that reversal area. So then the buyers into this move expecting a breakout got surprised by that pullback too. So they trapped, rolled over the shorts, and they're rolling over the longs. It's a perfect trap right there. Well, the target remains at that 753, and you got two areas of interest. The first area is the market right now is out of decision basically. It's no longer decisive and directional. Okay, so what does that mean? That means all the opportunities went away from being a swing opportunities to scalping opportunities only. That's the first thing that's going on here. The second thing is, in order for the shorts to really kind of get back in the game, obviously the cloud has to shift negative, and second, you have to start trading under 75. Okay, that will start getting the market back in shape for the shorts on a continuation basis, and the target of that rotation is going to be 753. If we start trading anything above 820, then that is going to put an additional pressure on the shorts, and the market can start stair stepping to a reversal pattern to 853. Okay, so but both those areas and levels are on a scalping basis only, and momentum will start gathering on a swing basis if we break the 753. So it was a lot simpler to call targets when the market was directional and the market was in harmony, because the market was just simply going from one set of targets to the next on a swing trade basis. But whenever the market shifts and you have a 200 and 100 that are not in harmony, then the conversation will change as well. Make sense? Hey Abe, how are you? Good morning. Ravindra, good morning. All right, we're back in business on the short side. And that's what I keep saying. I mean, it's the market is giving the impression of, a reversal, but the overwhelming direction of this market is short. So all our ideas that we have here, and here we go, target is hit. The next target for this rotation is 728. And right at this spot was actually, I should have been commenting on it. You see that break of the trend line, that coming into that level, and then they broke it. And when they broke that, they broke actually the channel that was running this price action higher. So that's just telling me right there that, okay, 77, when it shows up, you're going to get momentum, you're getting it into the next target, and rallies are shortable again into this rotation. And let's see if I can find an entry point. $777. That prior rotation was my money. I had my order like literally like less than 5 points away from that entry. But okay, so we have an order right here, and let's see if we can manage it. Yeah, there's no need for the caps, Steven. Just let's stay focused and go for the next one. All right, that next target is coming up, 728. Khaled, you're done for the day? Here comes that target. I mean, they're not going to even entertain my idea, man. They're not even. That's all right. Boom. Here we go. The next target, 703. That's a whole number. Well, let's see if I can get anything out of this thing. 703 is the next target. That's a parabolic behavior. MKO, good job, buddy. Yeah, the market was short and just it never gave us any reason to be long in these structures. The long structures were fairly weak. What was encouraging on the long sides, I mean, here we go in ES, that captain, let me pull that up here. That captain setup that failed, that was such a significant event, and we talked about that. Then once we got in here, that's the only reason why the market started to shape up. The ES put on a captain setup switch trade, and they put a basing level, but they haven't even tested like the neutral zone or harmony zone number 2. So that tells me that my inclination should continue to be on the short side and look for these run-ups to kind of position myself to go short. So in this 53 run up that we're seeing, I'm gonna most likely take a smaller target than a 17-point target, because there's an uh, exhaustive nature to this last run up right here that we just did. So I just need to be kind of conscious of it. If we get any closer to it and not hit it, I'm gonna cancel that order. Like, yeah, like right here, I'm still good. Yeah, let them run it back up, see if I can get filled. So what is this telling me right now? It's telling me, I mean, they're not even entertaining a halfway decent rally in this son of a gun. That's just weakness all around. I mean, there's a lot of, I don't have to even trade the zones. I can trade these reversal candles right here. Okay, so here we go, 40. Okay, so now guess what? I have to cancel this order. I have to cancel it. I'll tell you why here in a second. All right, because on the 50 NT Rinko, check this out. It's literally where they're gonna close it. They're gonna close it at 40. If they close it at 40, that's the captain setup long. Then they can run up into the 50, but it's gonna have a little bit more of a push in that. So they just did that right here. So it's going to have a little bit more push in that. So it may still work, but I'm not comfortable trying to go short against a captain setup long after a very exhaustive selling pressure. So I'm just going to take my order out and see how they react here, and then make decisions based on that reaction. But the fact that they put this captain setup, it just, meh. There's better spots for me on that type of trade. Well, Ace, they're giving us the early signs that there's a bit of buyers that are sneaking in, and that's how they do it. That's one way they do it, is that way. Okay, so I definitely want to be a little bit more cautious with that. Just bear in mind they haven't even tested harmony zone number one, and that's where my order is. But like I said earlier, just don't want to go against a captain setup on the 50 NT Rinko after the market got hammered 250 points. Like, all right, this is early signs that things may be exhaustive. Okay, I'd rather be short than long, but I'm recognizing, the early signs of a personality shift. And that early signs of a personality shift may not materialize, but I should go from very excited about being short to almost neutral right now. And they put a captain setup on the 20 NT Rinko. They're going to punch this thing up. They close at 40.75, then that will set the stage for a run up to that 50, 52 half if they do that. I mean, the stop to any long is going to be the low anyway, 715. I'd rather wait a little bit and just see how they handle harmony zone number one and see how my assumptions are working in this zone. Definitely, you don't want to see 23. Here they go. There you go. Now they run this back up here to 45. That'd be a captain setup, switch trade long. I mean, they're going to punch it to that target of 52 if they do that. Yep. Here you go. Watch it speed up a little bit here. Oh, that's not what I want to see. Nope. That's interesting. Wow. Captain setup, captain setup. That's an odd one. Yeah, that's not what they need to be doing here. They're putting captain setup and a captain setup. That if, yeah. Like that behavior is the same behavior that we saw in ES. See that? Captain set up switch trade. They came in, tested it, and ran up and held price action. Here they're doing a little bit something different. Is they put that switch trade, came and retested, and they're consolidating here in a noisy fashion. But you break the 45 again, and we're gonna be heading up there. That's not right. Yeah. Right. So we're establishing channel number 1. That's really noisy. Channel number 1. You got to break 47 to get to the 60. Here you go. Hmm. Expectation here at 45 is to see is to see that test, and they're not. That's a testament to the weakness of this market. The big statement is another run up to 46. That would be a statement by the longs if they do that. News in 2 minutes for natural gas. Thank you. Oh, that was a while back. Okay, sorry about that. $46. Let's see if we get a boat. At the bottom of that boat, they're punching a hole in it. This is where it needs to happen here. That 46. Here you go. Here you go. Oh yeah. All right. So let's get going here. Let's think about this here for a second. We should be pushing higher. 70 NT Rinko Captain setup, a 50 NT Rinko Captain setup. We should be running into the 60s and 70s soon. Twenty-six. All right. I gotta go check on the wife. She's coughing up. Here it comes. Yeah, you put a switch trade right here, then they're gonna run this thing up. I'm just gonna tell you, it's gonna run up. I want to wait to see how they do the run up and the pullback. 26. Really? Captain setup? Here we go. Really? Six prong captain setup short? Wow. That's fine. $20. Yeah, 20. That's something right there. That distribution, I mean, it's almost like a ceiling to that price action. You wanna say it's ready for a run up, but anything short of them running into 63, I'm gonna stay put and watch. Yeah, they need to break that whole zone. That 46, you break 46, you're in business. I ain't doing nothing here. So you're putting the captain setup and a switch trade. You break that 35. I mean, the shorts are still in charge. See, I mean, the interesting thing, yeah, I mean, here you go. The 70 NT Rinko just got puked. Okay, so 46 is significant. It's actually more significant now than any other time. That would be a double captain setup, double captain setup on the 50, and a captain setup on the 70, and then the trap will be set for the shorts above 46. Okay, so right now I'm not gonna go short right here, but I'm not gonna go long either. I'm gonna wait for the 46. If that happens, then pullbacks are buyable within a range. If they flush it under 15, then I'm just going to leave this market alone. Here comes the 46. They're going to do it. I know they are going to do it. Damn it. Come on, get there. And my stop is literally gonna be 35. I mean, are you serious? This is my stop right here. It's gonna be a very small stop, and I'm looking for the 46. I took a that's small. Yeah, that's a little bit, probably a little bit too nitty. Yeah, I need to get in and back into this trade. These pauses are a killer. These pauses are a killer. But I mean, the market should be bursting up right now to the 55.60. We're probably going to see it happen here in shortly, in about less than 10 seconds. It's coming up. I may not be in it. Jack Nicholas, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, it's gonna do this here in a minute, and I'm okay with it. You know, I'm a little bit too careful here. I get it, but because we're coming into this harmony zone, but we should be seeing a little bit of a burst. got to give it to the longs. They're trying. They're trying. They're trying. Now you close this 43, then that's a captain setup long. And we should be seeing a push. Shouldn't push. Here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Market needs to go. Really? I mean, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-prong captain setup on the 70 and T-Rinko with a double captain setup on the 50. They want to flush that, then good for them. They win. Yeah, Khalid, but yeah, right now it's pulling teeth, but we're seeing the early signs of this thing kind of wanting to push. It's just they're not doing it. They're not doing it. Here it comes again. That's a railroad long after a captain setup. And this is a trap for the shorts. Anything above 45, you start breaking back up here, things will start moving. Yeah, you gotta undertrade this environment, Adam. This is here it comes. Here it comes. Come on, baby. I know what you want to do. I know what you guys want to do. Yeah, yeah, MKO. That's why you have to be careful. I mean, I got in there on a switch trade right here, looking for that push, and it paused, and I just punted that trade out. I was like, okay, well, you guys are not ready yet. Let me get out, make a small amount of money, and figure out something else. But very noisy. I mean, I'll give it one more shot here above. What is this? 45. Right here. Actually, I just want to make it one contract. Well, they're not even. Where's my stop? Very tight. Come on, baby. Thank you. And break even, because we're not playing that game. Come on, you can do it. 56 is not too hard. Let's go. Don't do this to me. I am going break even plus. Yeah, they're gonna do it to me, aren't they? Bastards. Yeah, what am I thinking? I'm literally in the middle of the Globex band. Here we go. Let's go. Thank you. We figured them out. Telling you, you just gotta read between the lines on these people. You gotta read between the lines. That's. Whew. They made me work for that money. Oh, it's gonna go. I mean, it's not like gonna go. It is gonna go. But that's fine. I made a little bit here. Now the 200 and the 100 are out of sync. Life is good. Call me the market whisperer, MKO. Good job, Adam, on your 25 points. All right, good deal, good deal. All right, guys, so and that is I mean, you see all this madness that we went through? We're just literally just testing harmony zone number 1. And that's a resistance area. All right, so this is where we at for the day. We made, what, I don't know, like, how many decisions? 1, 2, I think like 3 or 4 decisions. And we're up 740. No stops today. I like it that way. But if stops come, they come. Doesn't matter. We'll take them. That's where we at. 73. Well, 71 and a quarter is target number 3. So that's the natural, the place for the market to go to right now. Because this type of behavior, again, I mean, I have to just mention this to you guys because so you could understand what the rationale behind. Hold on here, let me show you if I can even pull that thing up. All right. This is on the 70 NT Rinko is a 6-prong captain setup. Very strong stopping behavior of whatever momentum the market was doing beforehand. Meaning you come in to a level, then you do a 4-prong captain setup. That is strong. You do a 6-prong captain setup. You should be expecting a behavior, but that was not enough. That was not it. Come in here and look at the 50 NT Rinko and you see a captain setup that got retested, then another captain setup. You're getting a double captain setup along with the 70 NT Rinko captain setup. I mean, the market is just literally putting a solid base, and it's worth taking a risk against that base. You know, because the bottom of that base was 719 and a quarter. So any buy has that stop. Now, guess what they do in zones like this? They chop and they chop and they chop because the market is coiling in preparation for a move. So you have to be a little bit tight and just kind of like, I mean, that's kind of what I tried to do here. I looked at a very specific event, switch trade. I took a switch trade. It gave me a pause. I punted that thing. Then here, another exactly the same behavior, a switch trade, but this one was ready. Okay, because we came in here, gave us a captain setup, a switch. So you got 3 signals in a row, buy, buy, buy. 3 signals in a row. So I'm getting this on the 50 NT Rinko. Then I'm getting the 70 NT Rinko. Then I'm getting 1, 2, 3 signals in a row to go long. Be honest with you, I should be loading up the boat and going for bigger targets. However, you know, this market is weak, and I just elected to take a smaller target. And let's assume none of this stuff was going on, and it's just a, you know, normal setups. I would have been looking at this zone as a shorting opportunity, because literally we are out of sync, but this is the first test of our harmony zone number 1. So you're getting like a cross traffic. So you're doing Frogger in cross traffic. You're running into harmony zone number 1, which is resistance, but the market is basing, and you're trying to thread the needle on, you know, All right. So now this is the next event that would be of significance. If we I'm gonna pull the chart so we could all look at it together, right? See this captain setup? If we break 63 and a quarter again, that would be a captain setup switch trade long, and then pullback become buyable again into the next rotation, which should be 777. That's a Vegas number, and I like it. And then we could go from that Vegas number to 88. Then we could go to 803 based on the fact that this is a base confirmed and you're getting a signal of a captain setup switch trade. That would be a big event. Gary, you had your mic on. Yeah, 20. I took that trade, but here we go. I mean, I'm blind here. Let me see. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. They did that exactly what we wanted them to do at 63 half. Let's look at the pullback and the stop to any rotations under 35, and let's see if we can find an actual entry here. And the next target is 777 on a pullback against that 35 stop. We're gonna start picking up a little bit of speed, guys, upward. Okay, let's see here. All right. I don't want to see two levels, 45 and obviously, let me see here, 37. I mean, they're putting a captain setup here, so let's see if they trap these people. If they do trap them, then I'll participate. Expectation is to see an upward movement, but this is what we're talking about here. Let me show you. Look right here. It's a captain setup switch trade. So the stop to that rotation is 737. So I don't want to see 46 necessarily or anything under that. So I want the buyers to start stepping in here, and if I see them coming in, then I'm gonna look for an entry. And the target is gonna be up in that 77 area. It's not an easy trading here, but we have a channel number 1 and 2, and the bottom end of that channel is 40. So you got that along with the 46, the 40, then the 37. All of them are areas of inflection. But at the same time, you look every time we get into the top end of harmony zone number 1, some of the sellers show up, but the buyers are revving up too. It's watching. There's nothing smooth about price action. It's a very choppy way of trying to clear Harmony Zone number one. I mean, we're coming into this neutral zone, and they're constantly getting faded, but they're making higher lows. So it's literally a fight here in this market of them trying to break the market down further, and the longs are just coming in and buying and buying and buying. They bought at multiple times here, and this is by no far a long market, but from the scalping perspective, we're seeing pockets of opportunity on the long side with very tight stops. I mean, you could elect to take it or just basically stay on the sideline. The shorts, oh geez, how would the shorts come into this market? They start breaking the 40. You start breaking the 40, you're breaking that channel. If you retest it and you hold, then the 100 is going to get back in sync with the 200 at 26, and then the whole structure will be pushed lower. So that's how I would know that the market is shifting back short. But if they keep doing what they're doing right now, which is a run up to the bottom end of the channel and bouncing right back up, then the longs are still in play. Remember, today is the last day for the 90%. So with Apex, so grab some accounts and give yourself a little bit of cushion. And what I mean by saying that, so if you have 3 or 4 accounts, this is the time to buy more, just in case some of the accounts that you have don't make it. You have others that you could just have in your pocket and use. We have traders here that actually have more than 20 accounts, which makes it a little bit of a challenge, because if you pass all of them, you can only have 20 PAs, but you could have a lot more evaluations. So you have to kind of manage yourself in a way where you're passing only 20. But that's a nice problem to have, right? You could punt couple other accounts as long as you're passing 20. But that's the Harmony code, and appreciate you guys using it and your support. That code safe is the code to get the 90% with Apex, and that's using the Harmony Trading is an affiliate with Apex. So when you use that code, that's your way of showing support to the channel on YouTube and in the room, and we get a little bit of commission off of that. So if you use it, I can go buy coffee, and while I drink that coffee, I'll be saying safe thank you, because it's not that much money, but you know, you're gonna be buying that account anyway, so why not using the code? All right, so we got to the 70 something here, 74 and a quarter. And let's see where that's gonna take us. You see that? I mean, they just get there. It's anemic, and then they pull it back. I mean, literally, they're tagging the stops and pulling back, then tagging the stops, then pulling back. Like these are that's just an accumulation, a very tight accumulation distribution area. Whenever you see them just tag the stops and pull, then tag the bottom stops and pull back up in the middle, that just tells you right there that the market is very choppy, which is obvious, but the fact that we are doing this on the long side gives favor to the long side than the short side. $76 coming up. Hey, OFW, how are you, buddy? Here we go. And here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Yes, Adam, get that money, man. How am I doing? All right, so let's talk about it here. How is everybody doing so far across the board? Let's talk about it. Abe, Adam, Gary, Gregory, any trades? Jim, any trades? Pat, safes. Sheila, where is Steven? Steven's not here. MKO, how we're doing, buddy? Fister? No, I'm not gonna call that name. OFW, how we doing? Any trades? I know MKO, you're done for the day. How did your day show up? Ace, crypto, just short. How we doing? All right, so we hit Harmony Zone number 2 and the top end of it. 77, 87, 87. Yeah, still held it. All right. Here we go, MKO. Man, you're on fire, buddy. You are on fire. Love it. Good job. All right, guys, that's 11 o'clock. That's it for me for the day. Good work, everybody. And we're just going to lock it up here for this morning. And for the month, we are so far at 2307.66, 3 sessions. Yesterday was a down day, and the rest of them were positive, and we are on equity high so far. What am I doing? You're saying that you're not listening to me? Yeah, you should be able to hear me, right? Audio should be okay. But anyway, so that's where we at right now, so far, for the month. Okay, we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Guys, have a blessed day. Hey, Lib. Okay, good job, Lib. Good work. See you guys tomorrow.